Hey, what's up? Daniel here. I want to update you real quick. You know, I've been putting out a lot of content, a lot of tweets, a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, X, basically everywhere, and obviously YouTube, talking about my personal AI infrastructure system. So this video right here on YouTube, it's got a ton of views on it and lots of people are really enjoying it. And it's basically my whole description of like the personal AI system that I'm using. Mine is called Kai, but in this video, I basically describe exactly how I set it up, exactly how it works, and like all the different infrastructure. And what I did a couple of weeks after that came out is I moved the whole thing to open source. So this repo here under Daniel Miessler on GitHub is called Pi, which is the same name as the video. And this basically has everything in there. And I've been doing massive updates to it. We're already at like multiple small releases here, but the Pi directory is basically the Claude Code directory. So I've got agents, commands, context, documentation. And the whole point is I don't want to talk about a feature that I'm adding that isn't also included in the actual code. So basically, if I talk about a feature in one of my videos on YouTube, or I talk about it on LinkedIn or whatever, I'm going to include it here. My whole purpose is like to activate and enable people in this world of AI that's coming up. So to me, the biggest part of that is like giving people the AI tools to do stuff. So I talk about that all over the place in the actual video that basically talks about this. But what I want to do today is actually show a really cool feature. And it's kind of a fun feature, but it's also pretty powerful when you're using lots of different installs and agents and tabs and basically all the different stuff that you have going on. Basically, if you're multitasking within your Pi system and you've got multiple agents doing multiple things, it's nice to have them all use custom voices. So this video is basically about exactly that. So if we just invoke Claude Code here, you're going to hear Kai.
Kai here, ready to go.
So that's Kai saying, Kai here, ready to go. And then they come up and they show me a status line and we're good to go. So what I'm going to say here is I'm going to say, use the pen tester agent to come up with 3 different prime numbers and add them together. Now what this should do, obviously, is call the pen tester agent. First, we're going to load our context dynamically, which was talked about as a main point in the Pi video. But we are correctly calling the pen tester. And we're going to generate 3 different prime numbers and add them together.
Pen tester completed calculating sum of 3 prime numbers.
So there we go. So pen tester did it, and that was the pen tester voice. Each agent has a voice. They have their own voice, and they're not like Mac OS voices either. These are 11 Labs voices. And guess what? Inside of the Pi repo,
sum equals 89.
Look at that. Not only did the pen tester tell us what he was doing and the result or whatever he said, but it returned control back to Kai, and Kai told us what the answer was. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So the way this is actually happening is we're actually invoking this output format. So this output format here, which is loosely structured off of the output format that Claude put out or Anthropic put out, describing how to do custom output formats. But I have a custom one, and this is the custom one that is being used for Kai. And this is inside the main context file. Again, all of this is inside of the repo. But this custom completed one is a new one that I just added. So this custom completed one is a new one, and it's pretty cool because what it does is give a custom output. So it doesn't just say completed prime number sum calculation. It actually has text in there describing to basically give me the answer if you actually are able to. So let me just show you what this looks like. So let me just get out of here, go to another tab and CLD, and then that would be under hooks. And let's look at the stop. Yeah, the stop hook. All right, so let's take a look at what the file actually looks like. So if we look at the stop hook here and we jump down, we see that we have the actual IDs. These are 11 Labs IDs for custom voices that I put together for these individual agents. You can go ahead and use them if you want. I think you can call them. I know I can call them because I'm using my 11 Labs key to call my own account. Not sure if these are actually readable, but it doesn't really matter. The whole point is for you to be able to set this up for yourself. So ideally, you wouldn't have exactly the same voices as I'm using, but it's a good starter kit, just so you can see exactly how it's done. So completed successfully, task done successfully, and you see that we're actually routing here with the different voices. If you go down here, this is where we're actually doing the thing. So if we send to the voice server, there it is. So this is where we're sending the voice server. The voice server, the whole infrastructure is also in the repo. So the voice server is there, And you could also see that we're actually sending this message here as well. So that's essentially how that's working. Inside of the agents, let me show you that as well. So if we go to agents, and what was that? The pen tester. So we look at the pen tester. What do we got here? Always load the context. That's always at the top. And we got UR Tybon, that's the name of the guy. And then here we go. And this is what's being sent to the server, which is running on localhost, which again, all that is documented. And so this is where the agent sends the notification to the server. And then when control is returned back to your main agent, which in my case is Kai, then Kai will summarize what those agents did. So I think it's just a pretty cool way to, I don't know, spice things up. It sounds very cool when you've got like multiple tabs going and maybe even windows. I'm trying to use more tabs so I don't have so many windows running, but it's pretty cool. They're all doing separate tasks. And the reason I got this idea was actually from many months ago. It was from Indie Dev Dan. But what Indie Dev's Dan's agents were doing is they're saying task complete, task complete. They were all using the same voice, but more importantly, they're all using task complete. Yeah, so I'll just do another example here. I'll just start another session.
Kai here, ready to go.
And that was the pen tester. So we'll say, use the designer to add 2 prime numbers and come up with the answer. So the trick is each individual one will have not only their own voice, but they'll be saying different things. They're not using the same exact like entry into the sentence or the description of the work that they did or the answer of the summary. And same with Kai. Kai says something different each time. So it's more like an actual team responding in, non-deterministic ways. So I think it's better than the setups that I've seen, not just from Indie Dev Dan, but from other places. But I do want to give credit to Indie Dev Dan because that was the first place.
Designer completed prime number addition.
So designer completed prime number addition is what the designer said. And then control goes back to Kai.
18.
Yeah. So what I did there was basically say, go and get the content. And if it's something where I might want to actually know the answer, give me the answer, not just telling me that the task was completed by the agent. All right, so you see the functionality there. I think it's pretty cool. It's fun to use. It's fun to hear all the different voices coming in, talking like you're actually working with a full team, which you kind of are. And at the same time, it's very useful. It's useful to be able to hear all the different context and have it be dynamic, right? You actually hear what they completed as opposed to just saying agent completed. And if you like this kind of stuff, please do subscribe to the channel. Got tons more of this coming out. And again, the whole idea here is not just to put out one-off features and sort of like send you to like a GitHub gist or send you to the description in the YouTube video, which is fine as well. I do appreciate when people do that. But in my case, whenever things get put out, I'm going to release it as soon as possible directly into the Pi repo as well on GitHub. So please do follow what we're doing here and subscribe, like all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.